Hello, thanks for joining us as we take a look back at the history of the Martin & Bounds dealerships in Cleveland and Livingston, Texas. The story of the Martin & Bounds dealerships begins in Livingston. In 1935, in the middle of the Great Depression, Campbell Lively and Edgar Y. Brooks acquired the Chevrolet franchise in Livingston. They named the new dealership Polk County Motor Company. Edgar Brooks' son-in-law, B.B. Martin, a school teacher in Midway, Texas, began selling cars for Polk County Motor Company when the school ran out of money in the spring and could not continue to pay. In 1941, the Chevrolet franchise in Cleveland became available for purchase from H.G. Hub Smith. B.C. Lively, Edgar Brooks, and B.B. Martin formed a partnership to purchase a franchise with B.B. Martin as a dealer-operator. The new company was named Martin Chevrolet Company. B.B. Martin designed the original logo for the new dealership, which featured a picture of a purple Martin. Martin Chevrolet Company's original building was located at 145 South Washington in Cleveland, between Houston and Hanson Streets, in the middle of an area now occupied by Walgreens and A.M. Donuts. The Anderson Hotel and Liberty Cafe were located just across an alley running along the north side of Martin Chevrolet. At the end of the dealership building, behind a shared wall, was a warehouse storage area. Other businesses in the block were Cleveland Jewelers and the Texas Theater, along with dry goods, grocery, hardware, and drugstores. The used car office and the body shop were located across Washington Street from the main dealership building. The new car showroom had space for 2 or 3 vehicles. Most of the office desks were stand-up desks. The service department included an area for installing and repairing seat covers. The unveiling of the new model year Chevrolets was always a big event that generated a lot of interest. Every effort was made to keep the new vehicles hidden until the big day arrived. Ray Bounds returned to Cleveland for military service in Germany in World War II and joined the dealership as a salesperson in 1949. Ray is on the right in this photo, standing in the Martin used car lot next to a 1951 Chevrolet with Power Glide 2-speed automatic transmission. In the background is the intersection of Houston and Washington. Meanwhile, in Livingston, Polk County Motor Company's business was thriving. Founding partner Campbell Lively passed away in 1947, and his son B.C. Lively returned from the University of Texas to manage the dealership. In 1948, the dealership moved to its new location on South Washington Avenue in Livingston. The dealership remained in this location until the 1970s. B.C. Lively took an active role in the Livingston community, serving on the City Council and on the board of the Trinity River Authority, which supervised construction of Lake Livingston. On the afternoon of June 5, 1952, disaster struck Martin Chevrolet. Fire and black smoke was billowing from the rear of the building. Skip Martin, then age 9, remembers that his father, B.B. Martin, got the call that the dealership was on fire, and he bolted out of the house and headed down to the scene. The fire had started in the warehouse behind the dealership and spread to the Martin service shop area. The warehouse contained cans of kerosene, which added to the fire's intensity. Fire crews from as far away as Conroe arrived on the scene to fight the blaze. The service department area in the rear of the building was a total loss. Numerous vehicles in the shop area were destroyed in the blaze. However, the front office areas were not as heavily damaged and continued to be used after the fire. The sales department moved its operation across the street to the body shop and the used car office. A shop building in the next block was rented as a temporary facility for service department operations. A parcel of land was acquired from the Stovall families further south at 516 South Washington Avenue, and construction began on Martin Chevrolet's new building soon thereafter. The grand opening of Martin Chevrolet's new facility took place on Saturday, July 18, 1953. The new showroom with its distinctive Martin Chevrolet neon sign soon became a landmark in Cleveland. Guests at the grand opening admired the vehicles on display in the showroom and danced to live music in the new service shop. In this photo, B.B. Martin stands proudly next to a 1953 Chevrolet Bel Air in front of the new Martin Chevrolet showroom. In Livingston, B.C. Lively continued his community involvement. Here, Polk County Motor Company provides courtesy transportation for the Livingston FFA. B.C. Lively and B.B. Martin were very active in the Texas Automobile Dealer Association, and along with their wives, Lois and Dean, attended many TADA functions over the years. B.B. Martin's son Skip Martin checks out a convertible, accompanied by sales manager Ray Bounds. Johnny Lands converted a 1955 Chevrolet for his wrecker service. Here, Ray Bounds with the 1955 Chevrolet Wrecker. This aerial photo shows a gleaming lineup of new 1957 Chevrolets parked outside the showroom. Harold Roden was Ray's top salesperson. Martin Chevrolet continued to grow, adding the Buick franchise in August of 1958. Ray Bounds was promoted to general manager in 1963. Harold Roden was promoted to sales manager. His sales team included Earl Tanner and Bill Barr. In 1966, Chevrolet presented a special award to B.B. Martin for 25 years as a Chevrolet dealer. 1969 saw construction of a greatly expanded service facility. The large windows of the showroom gave a clear view of the new Chevrolets and Buicks, as well as some of Mr. Martin's hunting trophies. In 1970, Ray Bounds took an ownership position in the dealership and was promoted to vice president. In addition to investing in Martin Chevrolet Buick, Ray became known for his community service through the Rotary Club and other civic organizations. In 1971, Skip Martin returned from Alaska to join Martin Chevrolet Buick. He worked in all departments of the dealership: service, parts, body shop, and sales. While learning the ins and outs of the car business, Skip had two of the finest possible mentors, Ray Bounds and B.B. Martin. In 1977, Cleveland Mack Sales was formed as a separate company owned by Martin Chevrolet Buick. Pictured here at the presentation of the Mack Truck franchise are R.C. Sweeten, Ray Bounds, Skip Martin, Mack Truck District Manager Bob Messingale, and B.B. Martin. Cleveland Mack Sales was later acquired by Skip Martin and R.C. Sweeten. Cleveland Mack Sales moved to its new facility in North Cleveland in 1986. The Kenworth franchise was added in 1994, and the name of the company was changed to Performance Truck. The company now has 12 stores throughout Texas. B.B. Martin passed away in 1983. Skip Martin succeeded him as president of the company. Skip Martin continued his father's philosophy of hiring and keeping quality employees. Here, Skip recognizes Johnny Wheelridge as Employee of the Year. Johnny later celebrated 40 years of service at Martin Chevrolet. Brian Bounds and Bob Furman joined the dealership in 1988 and became owners in 1990. Brian is the son of Ray Bounds, was raised in Cleveland, and returned from a career in the oil industry to continue his father's work. Bob worked for General Motors for 16 years and brought his factory expertise to Martin Chevrolet. In 1991, Martin Chevrolet Buick celebrated 50 years of serving the Cleveland area. 1992 saw the addition of the Pontiac, Oldsmobile, and GMC franchises. The name of the dealership was changed to Martin Auto Park. In 1994, a new car showroom building was constructed. The building was dedicated to the memory of founder B.B. Martin. The Fleet and Commercial Sales Department was established and now serves business customers in Texas and several other states. B.C. Lively and Edgar Brooks sold Polk County Motor Company in 1976. In 1998, the dealership came full circle when Skip Martin and his partners purchased the Chevrolet and Chrysler franchises and renamed the dealership Bounds Chevrolet Chrysler, with Brian Bounds as dealer and general manager. In 2001, completely new facilities were constructed with separate buildings for Chevrolet and Chrysler operations. In 2006, the Pontiac, Buick, and GMC franchises were added, and the dealership was renamed Bounds Autoplex. In 2005, the Chrysler franchise became available in Cleveland. It was purchased from Charles Cessna and renamed Martin Chrysler Dodge Jeep, with Mike McLennan as dealer, general manager, and co-owner. A new sales and service facility was constructed and opened in 2008 on Highway 59 South in Cleveland. With the phasing out of the Pontiac and Oldsmobile franchises, the GM store in Cleveland was renamed Martin Chevrolet Buick GMC. In 2012, the new car showroom was remodeled in accordance with GM facility image standards, transforming it into a more efficient and pleasant environment for our customers. Construction began on the new service and parts facility in early 2013. The new building was completed in October and is being dedicated on November the 14th as the Ray Bounds Building. Our owners and employees at each of our stores are committed to keeping our customers happy. We hope you enjoyed taking this trip down memory lane with us. At our dealerships, our goal is to continue to maintain the high standards of customer service that were established by our founders many years ago. We look forward to serving you, so please give us a call anytime you have a need. Remember, our owners and employees at each of our stores are committed to keeping you, our customers, happy. Thanks, and we hope to see you soon.